Welcome to the Money Talks Decoding Finance YouTube channel, where it's all about destigmatizing the conversation around money and building wealth. Allow me to bring you Money Talks every Sundays. Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Harprit Gill, and I'm here to bring to you my new YouTube channel and podcast, Money Talks. I want to really before we get into our channel and bring you all this great content, I want to let you know who I am and what I do, because I think it's so important who the content is coming from and what their why is. My background is actually in social work. Never in a million years did I ever think that this is where I'd end up. But, I found a gap in the system that I realized so many people need help in. I remember when I was graduating with my social work degree, and I wanted to learn about two things. One, I wanted to learn more about business loans. And the other thing was I really wanted to learn more about mortgages. And naturally, the first thing I did was I made an appointment with an advisor at my bank, because I don't have many mentors around my life who can guide me in these areas. And so I didn't really know who to reach out to. And the bank was the first place that I thought of. Made an appointment. I thought I was going to get some great information. I was excited. I had my pen and my notebook in hand, ready to ask questions and get my answers. But I was headed for a surprise that I was not expecting. When I walked in, I swiped my card and they saw my account and they told me to come back when I had about $60,000. Yes, $60,000 in my bank account before I can even ask them a question. And I was baffled. I was not expecting that answer at all. But it makes sense to me now, looking back in hindsight. Banks don't care about us when we don't have profits for them. Banks don't care about us when we don't have money. And at that time, I had no money, zero. Negative $30,000 was all I had to my name. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I had just come out of school, and all I had was my student loans debt. So I was nowhere close to being anywhere close to $60,000. And it just sounded so far-fetched. And at that time, I tried to go online and I tried to figure out what can I do to get educated. But there was just so much information. And a lot of the information was applicable to the American United States system. And I'm Canadian, so it wasn't really relevant for me. And when I did get some information that was accurate, the hardest part was understanding how to apply it in real life scenarios. And so that's when I decided, you know what I want to do? I want to change things. Because when I was in the social work industry, one thing that I started to get fed up of was because I've been working in that industry for 17 years before I even got my degree. And I started to realize that I can have individual impact on people's lives. But when it comes to systemic change, what I really wanted to do, it was really, really hard to do. In fact, it's impossible. You cannot create systemic change in a world that is not designed for that. But when I started to learn more about money, I was like, wow, I can't believe that we haven't been taught any of this information in school. And it's so vital for us to really get familiar with financial concepts and financial literacy, because it is the key ingredient to help us flourish and build our personal finances and our wealth. And when I started to understand concepts more, I knew that I had to bring this back to my community and teach more people about what it really means to be financially educated. Because in a span of 3 years, not just working hard, but including the financial literacy that I had developed, I was able to change my financial situation all the way around. And I promise you that without the education, I would not be where I am today, because I was working hard from a long time ago. And I know so many of you guys are working hard, but we don't really see our fruits flourishing. We cannot harvest what we are planting. We are working hard and we're just stuck in a situation. It's almost like being on a hamster wheel. You're running, you're running, you're running. And when you come off that hamster wheel, you find yourself that you're still stuck in that same position. And that's why it's so important to get the education, because without the education, you're living in a world, playing a game that you have absolutely no understanding of what the rules are. And I always tell people that we are in a system that is designed to keep us down. But we are also in a world where there's access to information at the tip of our fingers. And it's so important for us to start educating ourselves around areas that we're unfamiliar with, so we can also have a stepping stone to get to the next level. Always remember that the people who are wealthy, they're not living in a different system. They're living in the same system as you and I are. The difference between them and us is the fact that they understand the rules to the game, whereas us, we don't understand them. So it's hard to play a game when you don't understand the rules. And for the last couple of years now, I have just been on this journey educating as many people as I possibly can so that I can also help them change their personal financial situations all the way around. We need to start educating not just the adults in our house, but the children as well. And that's exactly what I'm here to do. This channel is not just to educate you, but it's for you to understand that there are services out there and resources out there that are going to help you regardless of the amount of money that comes along with you. Most financial institutions are really just here to focus on the wealthy few. That's why a lot of us can never get their time or their energy. And I'm here to educate you and add value to your life so that way you can also flourish in your finances. In my channel, we're here to dissect everything around finances, whether it's taxes, whether it's real estate, whether it's relationships, whether it's culture, whether it's colonization. We're here to dissect it all. We need to have a candid conversation, a real conversation, and we need to get to the root cause of what's keeping us down. And that is what I'm here to do. I don't only provide education, but I also offer free consultations on a one-on-one basis. I also offer ongoing webinars and workshops for anybody who's interested in learning even further than what we're sharing here. And on top of that, I'm always growing my business. I'm always looking for hungry people who are looking for an opportunity to get into the financial services sector. And you don't have to be scared if you don't know nothing about finances. I was one of those people. I sucked in math. I had no desire to do anything with numbers. But when I really understood that financial literacy has very little with numbers and more about rules, it started to hit differently. So I'm looking for hungry people. If you're hungry, if you're committed and you're coachable and you're looking for a life-changing opportunity, then you're somebody I want to connect with. So you can definitely contact me. My information will be below this video in the description box. So please reach out. I'm so excited to be bringing this channel to you guys. I know that I'm going to learn a lot. I know that I have so much value to share with you, and each one of the guests that I bring onto this podcast and this YouTube channel is going to add additional value to your life that's going to help you flourish and elevate your finances. So please do not forget to like and hit that subscribe button so you can get the latest information on a weekly basis so we can help you decode finances in every aspect.